All right, guys, Evan Aldo here. So I'm going to go through, excuse me, I'm going to go through the TA right now. Some interesting stuff I've been finding on the charts. I'm going to take some questions after the Bitcoin TA, and it's interesting. It's interesting what I'm seeing. So I want to first alert you guys to the 3-day. So the 3-day, we are printing a red diamond here. It's going to confirm in an hour and 27 minutes. So if you guys aren't too familiar, usually, like, obviously anything can happen. There's a possibility it will not confirm, but usually when you get this close, especially on a time frame this big, it does end up confirming. And the bullish case was, let's say this is the bottom, but the thing is, if any indication is, whenever we have these big corrections, like starting from back here or whatever, usually you end up coming lower at some point. Especially here, people thought 50 was the bottom. I remember trading in this area. That was a great short right there. And you come up, but then you come down again. So it's usually, if history is any indication, usually from these big drops, these big crazy volatile drops, you do come down more after. And another thing that would make me have to lean a little bit more bearish now, would be this this VWAP that's been above the zero line for a long time in the 3-day. And any bigger time frame, like 4 hour and above, where you have a VWAP that's above the zero line for a while, and then it goes down. Sometimes, okay, it's flopping around here, it came back up, but usually once it really verifies going down, and you're crossing over into the red, and you're confirming that dot, oof. Yeah, you got to lean bearish in that aspect. Another anecdotal thing, a lot of people are talking about Bitcoin, guys, and we're still in the phase for this where whenever the mainstream talks about it a lot, it does tend to go down, and it does tend to lose a lot of hope. I heard Ben Shapiro talking about it. A lot of people are talking about it still. So, where would this take us? And this, no money coming in, and then you finally, this, I don't want to say Richard Hart could be right here, but because I think he's due to be wrong. But if there is a case for that crazy scenario where Bitcoin goes back to 20K or even 10K, this is gonna be the start of it. What Richard Hart said was 50K, which we hit that pretty exactly. At what would you get to up to that spot around 52K, and then that correction down to 10K or whatever. And where would that, if we measure this out, it's obviously approximate, till February, we come down until there, Bitcoin becomes a failed asset. I don't think this is going to happen. I'm not saying this is going to happen, but this is just the most bullish case. We need to prepare for anything here. I think if that does happen, something's going to take over the market cap of Bitcoin. Maybe it's Ethereum, maybe it's Cardano, maybe it's Hex token, maybe it's something that hasn't even been invented yet. But what I think is a little bit more likely, and I know Flop and Groper mentioned this, VWAP is coming up on the monthly. This takes time to play out, though. This could we could correct until the end of September, then this starts playing out in October till our eventual run up to 100 to 200,000 in December. And that's what I think is kind of most likely, the most likely scenario that's going to happen here. And maybe we come down with the weekly. That would, maybe we get something like where the VWAP comes down here, and then we come back up around October. So that would bring us down some more. I remember I was talking to Jason Casper on his channel. I said, we could come down to maybe, let's draw a fib level. Don't want to just be guessing here, but, maybe this fib level, maybe 37, something like that, the 0.236 fib level. We could even try this on the fib. We could do something like this. I've never really... Or even here, the 34, this is the 0.5 fib level here, something like that. And that would still bring us, back. That would be enough fear to shake out the less serious people and still give us that crazy hyperbolic run up into December that we all want, that we're all, waiting for. Onto the lower time frames. So let's look at the 16-hour. Money's coming out. You're about to, what I drew before. You're about to... It's indicative of a bit of sideways because the VWAP is coming up while money is coming out, so it probably would take some time to play out on this. But money flow crossover here. That's, if this plays out, that's going to bring us down. Look at what percentage we could get out of this. The last time this has happened, this is a let's see, here to here. That's a 22% correction, and then let's bring down from where we are right now. This is a around 36, 35, 36 range. So I think there's a good shot that could happen within the next few weeks or so until October. And keep in mind, guys, I've been saying September is it's normally a bad month for crypto, and I think history may repeat itself here. Let's look at the 12-hour. Same deal. Money is not coming in here, and 8-hour still. I mean, VWAP is coming up while money's coming out. I think it's indicative of sideways for the short term, but I mean. Yeah, I mean, and this is a big fib low too. This is a 0.5 fib low from the top all-time high from the 28 bottom that we had in July, I believe, or June. I think it was July. And yeah, nice rejection off of here. If you want to know how I've been navigating the market, if you guys have been following my Twitter, I basically told you without telling you completely that I was going to go long on a money flow crossover on the 15 minutes right here, and it happened last night. It was still early enough. I was glad it wasn't too late. And we went up here, got a little scared. I almost got stopped out of my first stop loss was there, second stop loss was there below that swing low, and got scared, almost got stopped out, just made it, got lucky there. And then I waited this out for quite a bit, took first profits, big profits, took like half the position out right here. And I don't think I got stopped out over here, because I set the stop loss to entry point. I'd have to look at what it was. I didn't look at my trade a little while ago. But yeah, I'm just letting it ride for now. We'll see what happens with that. For the bullish scenario, the next take profit is around this spider line, which is at 48.5. Bit of a stretch, but it was a nice win on that one. So if we go top to bottom here on the fib level, does that collide with... yeah, I mean, if you're in a long right now, I mean... You'd want to take your next main well, obviously at this line, but after that it would be around here. I might change that actually if I didn't get stopped out of that position. In terms of trading right now for Bitcoin, I mean, very choppy on the 15-minute. I think it's still going to be boring for a decent amount of time. I probably wouldn't be I mean, VWAP crossing down on the 4-hour probably wouldn't be the best time to look for a long. Maybe if you get that crossover on the 4-hour, you could go short. However, we are crossing up in the 6-hour, so I think we'll be sideways for a bit. Let's move on to Ethereum now. Coinbase Ethereum. So, it's basically the same deal as Bitcoin, like always. I mean, they do follow each other very much. Ethereum's always a more volatile version. We could draw our fib level here and just about there. And I mean, not too much significant. I mean, we bounced off a 0.5 the other day, and we're just going sideways. This could be kind of a bear pennant, and we break down farther, which would make sense given this direction of money here. I think it will take some time to play out, though. That's not looking too good on the 10-hour. VWAP's coming back down. And then let's get rid of this for a second. 3-hour, money flow crossover down. Might not be the worst time to go short on ETH. I may go short on ETH after this, after I finish this stream. Not financial advice, guys. That's another bearish notification I have for Bitcoin. Great entry point in the 24-minute there for ETH. Looking pretty bearish. I mean, where could this bring us for ETH in terms of our correction into towards October? Well, let's see here. I mean, this fib level, that would be 27.52 would be a decent place to support. And then here, so, Ethereum, that would bring us here, another, probably, let's see what that type of percentage would be. 20%, we could go down another 20%. More bearish case, come down another 30%. And it would be similar to a May scenario, and then we recover nice. We'd have a faster recovery. Maybe people would think that it's going to take longer to recover than it did, or the same amount like here, but maybe it'll just come down and then it'll kind of be a V-shaped recovery from October. One possibility. That's one possibility. I'm going to look at the chat, guys. Okay. Hey, what's up, guys? Planet Bus, I don't know how to do that. I will do that if you explain it to me. What causes consecutive dumps? My view on it is a lot of these degenerate long positions, a lot of people who are doing these degenerate long positions, they're still degenerate long. They just re-entered at a lower place, and they're still probably going to get liquidated again. That's why, I mean, it's catching a falling knife. I mean, usually you could get scalp trades or day trades like I've been doing, day trade long from yesterday. I still might be in it. I locked in profits this morning. But yeah, when Lambo, all the what's up, Crypto Yacht? I'm not gonna tell you anything I'm trying to manifest, but I like electric cars a little bit better than Lambos. In my opinion, this is going to come down more down. Yeah, I agree with that, Galax. We have a big divergence on the 4-day chart, and the money flow has been coming down since the start of the last bull run. Yeah, I'm leaning bearish too. If you saw my analysis, yeah, yes, one Lambo. Yeah, you must know. Lambo. Everyone talks about the Lambos. Everyone talks about the Lambos. Check Bitcoin dominance index. There's W formation. Everything looks like 2018. Yeah, I think Bitcoin dominance is going to. I mean, if history is any indication, Bitcoin dominance normally does pretty well in Q4, and we are coming to Q4. I think Bitcoin will most likely outperform Ethereum in Q4 as it normally does. So yeah, CF was liquidated 2 times in this league. Go beyond stars. No, that's fake news, bro. That is fake news. I'm probably gonna get shadow banned on YouTube for even saying fake news, but no. He uses stop losses. He's a very, very good trader. He doesn't like people to see his stop losses. He uses conditional stop losses, but no. CF did not get liquidated. He knows how to trade. 40K liquidation. What do you mean? I'm not sure if I understand the question. Throw the TA out the window. Doesn't matter at this point. As if Bitcoin doesn't hit 100K in the next 2 months, we have to wait another 4 years. Depends. It depends, man. There's some people, some good analysts who that I know of that say we could go into 2022. Right now, I still don't see any reason to believe that, but anything could happen, man. 3738 incoming. Yeah, ways possible. XTZ is crazy. Yeah, I want to look at Cardano. I'll look at XTZ. Let me highlight these so I remember. I'll highlight this to start here. I don't know what that means. Historically, September has been more green than red. Past history doesn't really matter. Things have been different this cycle. That's not true. I don't believe that is true. I was looking at one really good analyst who was saying September is normally a red month. Crypto faces bullish. Thoughts on why it's a different read, not a challenge, just a question. Layla, you know, the main thing with this is, especially from a trading standpoint, is you don't need to know exactly what's going to happen to make money. You know, Crypto Face sees the market as it is. We see the market as it is. We see good opportunities to go in, go short, go long. We don't know exactly what's going to happen, and you don't need to know exactly what's going to happen in the long term even, or even really in the short term to make money doing this. We're just hedging our bets in a way where we're going to be profitable over time. I'll read a few more. I will do ADA. Should you make an alert system? Make an alert system with your calls. 3-hour blood diamond on ETH. I didn't see that, but yeah, might not be the worst time to short ETH. Not financial advice, guys. He's just taking short scalps. He uses huge margins, so he makes it. Market takers. He uses low margin. I don't know what you're talking about, man. He's not, unless the highest I've ever seen him on margin is like 8x. I don't know what you're talking about, man. You could correct me if I'm wrong. Please check the Bitcoin dominance in the week. I'll look at Bitcoin dominance. I have long in Ethereum for it was better. You know, I not financial advice, man. But you know, I'd be very weary with the longs right now. I feel like all the degenerate longs that got liquidated, they're already going degenerate long again. That's the vibe I'm getting from people. So, not financial advice, but I probably would really, you know, really think about that. I mean, especially, I mean, depending on how you're trading, like guys, you got to use stop losses, good risk management. 2022, no major elections in America or Europe would be perfect for the big correction we're all expecting. Maybe. I can smell pencil. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna look at ADA. I'm gonna look at XTZ, and then I'm gonna look at ADA. Remember to smash the like button. Let's see if we get up to 100 quickly. XTZ. So this is Tezos, I believe. Yeah. Interesting. What did we come up on here? And it's interesting with Solana too. I mean, that don't look half bad there on the 16-hour daily. This looks different. I mean, here don't look good. That don't look good. 2-day, 3-day don't look good. Weekly's half and half. Daily looks all right. Just don't look half bad. There's more money coming into this. I don't know much about this project. Is this a good project? I don't even. That doesn't look too bad. That looks good. Well, a lot of times when you do have a scenario like this where money comes out, sometimes you get something like that. You could do a fib level for this. I mean, yeah, you can't really get too much from that. Money's not really coming in. I mean, you can make the argument it's coming in a little bit. I mean, right there would have been great long. I mean, what kind of percentage would you got in there? Let's see. That money flow crossover on the 1 hour. Oh wow, 30%. Yeah. This would probably be the time to take your first profits. I think we're almost at all-time high for this. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look half bad. I mean, if you really like this, I mean, maybe buy it. I would not be going leverage on this. I think you can go on leverage on this on Phoenix, but we do look a little overheated in lower time frames. I mean, maybe we'll get something like this. And if we draw our fib out, I mean, where would that take us to? Yeah, you could come down to this area, 530 in the short term, and then come back up. Looks better in a lot of other things, I'll tell you that. Let's do ADA. That's always a pot. That's like the number 3 that everyone loves. I want to see that Ethereum just real quick. Are we seeing a blood diamond on Ethereum? Did anything crazy? No, there's no blood diamond unless it probably just didn't get confirmed. I mean, we'll probably, in all likelihood, hour to confirm this one. I mean, we are crossing in the red. I mean, when's the last time we had a scenario like this? I mean, we moved up. When you had this type of scenario, we moved up what percentage? I mean, oh, it's not. It's even more than that, I believe. Well, if you had the worst entry point ever, you still would have gotten something out of this. I mean, 70%. So if we come down 17% from this, you know, I think we got a ways to come down more. I mean, I could be wrong, guys, but it's all hedging our bets. Anything could happen. But this spider line, I think there's a good shot we bounce off of the spider line or have something here. Let's look at our fib real quick. If we go there to there, yeah, this area would be this type of area, 786 fib level, 28. I think we'll probably go below 3,000, but I mean, not financial advice, guys. So ADA, USD. So ADA I was looking at earlier. I mean, good shot we come down to this area on ADA. Yeah, I mean, we could, let's say on the 6 hour, you know, we have this scenario where either we come down more, we curve up, then we come down a bit. Actually, it would be more like that. Or we just come back up. Those are basically the 3 scenarios. Obviously, that you probably didn't get much out of that, up, down, or sideways. But yeah, you got to lean a little bit more bearish. How is this looking on the daily? It looks like, you know, it's hard to say. 8 is a newer, hasn't been on Coinbase too long. That's another reason too. But yeah, I mean, good curvature. That's indicative of sideways for a bit, but you know, you got to lean a little bit bearish when you're just not seeing money coming into these assets. This doesn't look too bad on the 1 hour. We'll see what happens here. So, I mean, it could be sideways, then we turn bearish. 2 hour, I mean, probably what will happen is you may get something like that, and then you start to come back up. But, you know, coming down there, 15 minute. How's the 4 hour VWAP? Yeah, that's coming down. I mean, if we have to cross over there, that could bring us down a ways. I mean, some resistance at 240 maybe. It's a good shot. It would come down to 230, I would say. Good shot. That's ADA for me. I mean, right here would not have been a bad place to maybe still a good entry for shorting. I mean, yeah, money flow crossover. This would be a good place to go short. Good short entry if we do have that crossover. Might not be the worst place to go short. Not financial advice, guys. Be careful with this. Be careful with the hour. Take a look at the hourly. Let's see. Where was? Okay. Oh yeah, I answered that. Yeah, I'll look at the Bitcoin dominance on the weekly time frame. I'll take a look at Bitcoin dominance. Let me see. I usually never look at that. I'm trying to remember how to find that. Can you even? If anyone knows how to find that, is it BTC? I don't know how to find it. Someone would have to tell me the ticker symbol. Ahmad, I mean, you got to look at the chart yourself. I was saying it wasn't financial advice, but it was looking juicy for a short a little while ago. Right now, I didn't see that news about Stellar meeting with Ukraine. I mean, that could be low key if that's the news. I mean, Stellar, it's an okay project. It's a decent project. I was longing it before. I made a quick buck off of that. I think I got stopped out in profit. I mean, maybe. It's hard to say. Thanks, man, for the compliment. Did you see Shiba Coin 500%? No, but I didn't realize it went up that much. That's crazy, though. When you have a million long, it's huge margin or no? Well, market takers, margin, usually when people say high margin, they just mean the number of leverage. They mean like, 20x leverage or 10x leverage. He's just putting his own cap. That's more like, that's the actual, you know what I mean? He's getting like not the highest, rate percentage of return on his trades because he's only like on 6x leverage. But I mean, yeah, he has a lot of capital in the trades. Okay, I will take a look at the last September's. One of my favorite analysts was saying September is normally a bad month for Bitcoin and crypto in general. I looked every single December month and it does not show red every. No, and in general, not just market takers, guys. I mean September in general, not just bull cycles. Bull cycles are always going to be green because they're bull cycles historically. Okay, it depends. Everyone has a different view on that. Well, yeah, it's a lot, but it's not a lot to I mean, we're talking about, guys. You're getting to like this is gonna if you keep talking about like these large numbers like that. Just think in terms of percentage gains. Think in terms of things like that. You're gonna over leverage yourself. MENA, never heard of that. I'll look at MENA. Why not? MENA protocol. It's up. That's a divergence. I mean, few up coming down there. Money flow coming down. Momentum waves coming down. Looks divergy. 4 hour. Few up coming down. Money coming in there though. I wouldn't mess with this. I personally wouldn't mess with this. Never heard of it. Looks more bearish than bullish, but I mean, we'll see what happens. Could be a nice bull penny here and go higher. Let's see here. A little fib level. And what you could see, I believe, with the fib is, yeah, if that bull, I mean, in the most bullish case, they would probably give us the this fib level around there, 6.6. Yeah, $6.60 if we do. If that does play out, maybe. I'd have to look at this. XRP, I'll take a look at XRP. Then I'll take a look at Solana. XRP then Solana. Let me remember this. Guys, smash the like button. Come on, it's got to 100 at least, or 200. I'm gonna work on Occupy Mars. I'm gonna work on some more resources for you guys. I'm really working on some stuff. I'm gonna look at Solana, and then I want to look at XRP. Yeah. Because Solana is crazy. Like I know a lot. I like a lot of the risk metrics. I've been I'm still following that line I drew before. A lot of the risk metrics I've seen on this just show it It should not be as high as it is. I mean, nice psychological drop. What's this drop fib level out here? I mean, could go here to here. Where would we drop to? The next main place to drop to is 170. I mean, let's just look. Are we going to drop? This is so overheated. I mean, it's crazy what happened with this. I was not expecting. I mean, VWAP coming down. It's just, that could be the top. We could have hit the top at 200, I feel like, because I mean, every time I say it's the top, but this just keeps going higher. But I mean, I really feel like it's the top here. I feel like we got that, and then yeah, it looks really toppy to me. That's my view on it. Yeah, money flow across the read. That would have been a good short entry. And then places to take profits for shorts. I mean, you would have got first take profit right there. Beautiful. And then next would be here. Yeah, flirt with that fib line. Next would be there. Let's look at the half hour. You'll more than likely come back here, and that might bring you down. I wouldn't go long in this right now. Not financial advice. Let's see. I want to do XRP. Maybe AAVE. Yeah. Oh, it's Bitcoin.d. Okay, well, I'll look at the Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin.d. BTC.d. Okay. Okay, so it's now, yeah, that W. Let's look at the daily. Interesting. Oh, wow. Okay. So that was the May dump, and then, wow. That's crazy, though, how, like, all the... Yeah, and then just since January, wow. So Bitcoin's really been getting hammered here. Interesting, interesting. It's still going. That is interesting. I would make the case for something else to take it over in market cap. Maybe Richard Art's right. Maybe Hex is going to be the thing. It is a lot of we could even draw fib levels on this. Yeah, it's probably the lowest it's ever. Well, let's see. Okay. Let's see. That's the lowest it was. When was that? That had to be January of. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was alt C. Okay, so it can go lower. Okay. It would make the case if Bitcoin stays sideways for short term, then alts fly for the next week or two, and then, well, no, I wouldn't, because it does look similar to that bull cycle. That's interesting to really analyze. I've never really analyzed this too much. That looks like a double bottom pattern. Let's look at the daily. It still looks like it's gonna go down more. Alts may fly a little bit more compared to it. Oof, all these X's. I mean, a few more days of alts flying, and then Bitcoin goes up. We have a big crash down to 35K. I can see that happening. Interesting. Okay. I want to look at XRP, Kevin, and then let's see if there's any other. Weekly. Should I buy Hex? Ways? It's hard to say. I want to look at Hex. I'm going to look at XRP, then I'll look at, I want to look at Hex. It's a better project than XRP, I think. People say everything's a scam. Hex isn't a scam. It's not a scam anymore than anything else. Yeah, 40. Oh my God. I bought this at like 18 bucks, and I thought it was a degenerate idea. Let's see, daily. Looks heated, very heated. I mean, VWAP coming down daily. Weekly. Yeah, it's hard to say from that. Coming down, I think we'll correct a little bit. Let's try a fib level out or something. Where do we want to go from? Maybe here? I don't know. I mean, if it corrects with everything else, down to 38 cents maybe. That'd be the most bearish case probably. If we come down to like the the golden pocket there. I mean, there's a lot of money. It does look a bit toppy for now. Yeah, I don't. It's just crazy. I mean, I don't know what the sentiment on it. It's weird because like I feel like not that many people are talking about it. You know what I mean? But like it's such a big market cap now. It's just crazy. I mean, if we have crossovers on the hourly down to the red, I would probably. I haven't taken any profits yet on it, but I mean, if we see crossovers down on these lower time frames, I may take a little bit of profits. Maybe just keep my take out my original investment in it. Maybe. Let's look at the chat. Actually, let's look at XRP too. I'll quickly look at XRP. Let's throw the fib level out. This crashed a lot. Go there. Let's see. Not too much. Can't really gather too much from that. Indicative sideways, 8 hour. That don't look too good. Money flow crossover there. Usually when you have something like that, it really plays out like that. I mean, that would leave us bearish for probably something like here, maybe till the end of September. That would be the scenario after the end of September. Then we recover into October with everything. Don't look too good. Yeah, XRP is not looking good, guys. No, I mean, maybe you get some relief for a little bit, but no, this ain't looking too good. I'll take a look at AAVE. Andrew, how long did it take me? About a year to get pretty good, pretty profitable. I mean, 6 months, pretty profitable to learn everything. It depends how much time. I mean, you're devoting to this. I mean, I learned it a lot while I had a job. So yeah, it depends. It depends, man. But you got to really work on this. Guys, for trading questions, I mean, I will answer your trading questions. I'm working on some more resources for trading for you guys. It's going to take some time, though. I want to make sure everything's good before I get that. Okay, I'll look at FTT. I want to look at a few other of these coins too. I'll look at someone asked about AAVE before. I think Lena asked about it before. I'll look at AAVE. I believe AAVE is not a bad project. Lost that fib level, lost that support. That ain't looking too good there. Curving down, bearish, sideways bearish. That's not terrible. You know, we'd wait for a money flow crossover though. Yeah, it looks better in a few other things. Yeah, could come up for. I mean, I don't. If everything else corrects the next few weeks, I don't think this will. I mean, maybe we come up for a bit, September 15th, then we see our eventual correction. I mean, how much is this down? Jeez. Okay, not too bad. I want to see more money flow crossovers before I would be confident in this. Probably have a nice fight at this fib level. I mean, that's not looking half bad. Just wait for the. I mean, bullish case, if we have something like this, and then maybe we, and then we bust through or something. Maybe it brings us up more. That'll, yeah, up to here, and then looks better in what I was looking at before. But yeah, I think it'll probably be more bullish than XRP. I mean, a lot of people were like really talking up XRP, and it crashed a lot. I mean. Usually whenever all the mainstream people are talking about something, it never does well usually. But yeah, all right, I'll look at FTC. Let's see. I could look at ALGO. Yeah, Henry, shout out to Henry. Thanks for your compliment, man. Can you please explain how much $1 billion equals in market cap? For example, if I buy $1 billion of Bitcoin, how much does the price increase? That's a tough question. I don't know how much it would increase. If you bought $1 billion worth, I mean, That's something I would have to study more how much it increased. I mean, I've seen crypto face buy large amounts of like all the small cap altcoins and increase the price. I don't know, $1 billion. Probably not that much. I mean, Carl Icahn bought $1 billion worth of Bitcoin when it was in the 30s, I think, on the crash. I don't think it did too much. I mean, that's just dependent on like how the other people are willing to how much other people are willing to pay for it. I mean, I want to look at, what was the other one I wanted to look at? SRM or FTT. I'll look at then SRM. Yeah, FTT. The person said it before. Forget what this is. Oh, it's can't really determine much from that. I mean, that's a divergence. It's a money divergence. Oh, this didn't correct as much as everything else, really. Well, it kind of did. Back to all-time high. Let's try a fib level. I mean, view up, curving down. You don't really have a substantial amount of money coming in this on this way. I mean, that's a clear, if we want to draw out our trend line, I mean, momentum and money flow basically just coming out of this. I mean, I wouldn't be outright bearish on it, but I don't really like how it looks completely. I mean, I still think it has room to correct downward. Could be wrong. But yeah. Mojo, what was my profession for before this? A few different things. I was a paralegal for a decent amount of time. To me, this Bitcoin dominance double bottom, the weekly lens of a dead cat bounce theory. I don't see how it's going to drop any lower for much longer. Yeah, maybe not. SRM I will look at. Yeah, it can, Mojo. I think yeah, if that a position that big, yeah. You guys, I don't know how much it would affect the market cap if one person buys or sells $1 billion worth. I really don't know. I want to look at SR. Did I just look at no, I looked at FTT. I'll look at SRM. Like so many of these things to look at, you kind of lose. I don't remember. Busted through that fib level. Doesn't look half bad. Let's see. Money coming out. I mean, it could be returning there. Bullish case. Probably not, though. 4-hour VWAP coming down. I mean, if you repeat that type of thing, that'd bring us up. I mean, we come up another. Let me see something. There's a lot you could do with the fibs. Yeah, I mean, this isn't looking terrible compared to some other things. I mean, what do I want to do with this? We go. That wouldn't. I'm trying to think like use the fib to see the top range, but is there a? Sometimes you could, I mean, this is kind of, maybe you come up here. If we do get that scenario and we come up, maybe, what level would that be? 12. I mean, we can measure, you'd measure it from the, I'd be curious to see like on some of these, like where, if you have a repeat of that, well, that'd bring us way higher. That wouldn't be, well, you are at right there. So that would, I'm going to see if that's the same, this would be curious. This would be a good experiment. I've been experimenting more with the fib lately. It would bring us here to here, 30%. So yeah, about half of that would that be there. Oh, the next one. No, that's 50%. Okay, it doesn't line up. Never mind. So yeah, that's that. Looks more bullish than a lot of other things. I'll tell you that much. SRM, I don't know what it does or what it is really. Chili's I may look at. Let me highlight this. Bit about your methodology. I don't win every trade shuffling. I hedge my bets where I'm profitable over time. But I do break even on a lot of trades that I would have lost. I'm setting conditional stop losses at different areas. I'm going to work on more resources to show you this, guys. But yeah, let's see. Divide total market cap by 1 billion. I mean, it's yeah, I'm not really too concerned with how much it would change if one person buys or sells $1 billion worth. I mean, I mainly just look at money flow. Evan, what other indicator do you use for money flow crossing? I don't have market Cipher. Ahmad, you got to get up market Cipher. Link in the description below. Discount code ALDO 15% off. Yeah. More content on trading psychology in the future, maybe. Yeah, I mean, trading psychology, I'm working on some more resources for you guys. I really am working on some stuff. I just want to make it good before I put it all out there. I mean, the main thing on trading psychology, if I could just summarize it, is basically what Mark Douglas's book, Trading in the Zone. If you don't have his book, I have a link to it in the description below on Amazon. But you know, I'm sure you find it other places too. But Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. Basically, the thought is, you know, you have a strategy where you know over time you're going to be profitable. So you just keep incorporating that strategy. And you know, trading isn't a get rich quick scheme. I mean, you guys would be amazed how you can start with small amounts of money and change it into large amounts of money, of capital. So you don't need crazy amounts of money to do this. It's not a get rich quick scheme. You're just consistently profitable with your strategy over time. And you know, my strategy is a difference between, you know, interpreting the market as I see it on market Cipher and my 4-hour VWAP crossing under strategy, along with the 15-minute money flow crossover, or crossing, you know, 4-hour VWAP crossing below the zero line, combined with the 15-minute money flow crossovers. Edgar, are you talking about Bitcoin? What are you talking about? I think probably Bitcoin. I don't like Solana because of check out FTM. Oh, Phantom? Yeah, I want to look at Phantom. Thanks so much, man. Michael, what time frame do you see a blood diamond on? Wow, nice, Francisco. You started with 5,000 January, and now you're at 200K. Yeah, you don't need crazy amounts of money if you're a good trader. A lot of the good traders, they you know, they're disciplined. They still study a lot of stuff. Yeah, the FIB is awesome. Just thanks so much, Jason. That's awesome. Thanks, man. Shout out to Jason Casper. I mean, guys, I mean, really, I mean, Jason Casper's course is awesome. He's an incredible trader. I mean, I learned probably the most from Jason Casper. You know, CryptoFace, you learn a lot from CryptoFace too. CryptoFace is very long-winded. It's a different methodology of trading. I think I do trade a little bit more like CryptoFace than Jason. But you know, they're both. I mean, you will find strategies from both of them, especially Jason Casper with his. I mean, he's the only person I know of who's able to like win with 35x leverage, just going off of those little scalp trades and locking it in. I got to try that more. I'm always afraid of getting wrecked doing that, but yeah, let's see. What was I going to look at? I wanted to look at Phantom. Yeah, I use default settings for fibs, but yeah, the fib is interesting. I know Jason's got an interesting. He showed me in the interview. He customizes his fib. I gotta look into that. I just use default settings, but yeah, I want to look at Phantom. I mean, okay. Money's still up there. You can't really see much there. Money's still coming up. Red dot, VWAP coming down. I mean, let's take out the fib as usual. Probably more likely than not we come down to this level. 150, that'd be a psychological area. I don't know. I'm just leaning more bearish on a lot of stuff, guys. I don't know. I mean, that looks toppy. It does. Momentum coming down. I mean, as price gets clear divergence. Oh yeah, that would have been probably a good place to go short. I mean, if you just go short on a lot of these money flow crossovers, guys, and just take the money, lock in the profit, stop loss entry point, you're going to be very profitable. That's 30-minute. Yeah, I mean, I'm more neutral to bearish on this one. I think that could have been a nice top. I mean, yeah. I mean, what was the other, if we went, oh yeah, let's see something. Would this give us anything interesting? Well, if we come up higher, maybe we come to, let's see if that's a psychological area. Yeah, if we blast through $2, I doubt that'll happen. I don't think we're going that high, but maybe. Algo, yeah. Sorry I missed Algo before, guys. I want to look at Algo. I will look at Algo, and then I may take a look at EOS, and yeah, smashing the like button, guys. I'll look at a few more as long as you smash the like button. I want to look at Algo, and then maybe EOS, because Algo, I think I got to read more about it. You know, I got to study more on these projects. Oh wow, is that even correct? Like during the correction, did this even? What? A little. Wow, this held up. I didn't realize that. I did not realize that this held up. Interesting. That doesn't look half bad. VWAP coming down. I mean, it does look a bit overheated. Yeah, I mean, you do have decent money divergence on the ADA. Let's see I mean, it looks overheated. I mean, you do have the 4-hour coming. Usually, that's a VWAP that's been above the 0 line for a while. That's usually indicative that you're going to correct. I mean, yeah, you are starting to think. Still got money coming in here. I wouldn't be confident enough to go short. I mean, yeah, we'll see if we cross over into the red. This doesn't look half bad. I don't know anything about this project, really. It could be a good project. Yeah, a few of the altcoins have really stayed up. Interesting. All in with ADA with huge margin when I was around, when it was around 30 cents, and I kept buying with margin, then sold at 3. So yeah, you need to be a little smart and move with the money. Oh, okay, that's how you made it, Francesco. Okay, interesting. I didn't even know back then. Could you even? I don't even know. Where did you margin trade that on? Was it on Bybit back then when it was 30 cents? I don't even. Where were you doing that, man? Let's see. Yeah, sometimes we go money from Bitcoin. Yeah, it makes sense, man. I will look at EOS quickly. I'll look at EOS. I'll do a quick EOS. I don't really like EOS as a project, but I will look at it. Interesting. Okay, so we went from this really had a, oh my god, look at that. This is an interesting one. I think we'll be sideways for a bit in the short term on this. Hard to say with this, guys. It looks more sideways, if anything. I mean, look at the 12-hour again. Yeah, sideways, leaning bearish. Maybe just come back down there. Hard to say on this, guys. Hard to say on this one. We draw a, let's see, a different, this has been so, it's like the 4-hour maybe. Yeah, since the dump, it's just been sideways. Let's do the fib like this other fib. From there to there, and then could be a bear pennant. That would probably bring us down again. pre-buy. Yeah, I wouldn't go long on this. Not right now. El Salvador is supposed to be using up. Maybe, Henry. That could be why. Yeah, I didn't see that news, but yeah, that could definitely be the reason. BLZ. I've never heard of that. Oh, 100K. Okay, so you just did you took loans to just buy it on spot or whatever. That's how you were doing it. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, people bet on these. I mean, if it goes well, you make money. I mean, you probably have to pay interest, decent amount of interest on a loan, depending on how you did it. Yeah, obviously risky, but yeah. I'll do Harmony. This is Harmony, I believe. Yeah, it's Harmony. Oh yeah, this is still up. Interesting. Oh wait, maybe not. Oh. That's okay. Actually, this looks better than a lot of other things, I'll tell you that much. That is so volatile though. What? 12% just on the day? Wow. I don't know what's happening with this. Was there some news that came out? Interesting. Doesn't look half bad, at least in my opinion. A lot of money coming in. This is weird though. A lot of money is coming into this. Doesn't look half bad, at least not for the short term. I mean, it looks better in a lot of other things. I'm not even really respecting fib levels here, so I don't know. I don't know about this, guys. But yeah, it's interesting. Let's see this chat. The gnome. Guys, smash the like button. I'm probably going to get off after doing one or two more. That's Chili's. Yeah, I'll look at Chili's. It's like an NFT one, I think. CHZ. That was a nice... kind of bad. Yeah, sometimes the fib levels doesn't even really respect them, but yeah. That looks like everything else, kind of sideways bearish. 4 hour. Maybe double bottom there. Hard to say on this. Curvature there. It is hard to say. I think we'll be sideways for a bit on a lot of these. Could be a nice little trigger wave. Maybe we'll come up to that fib level maybe. I mean, maybe. I mean, that would be a support or resistance before at 38 cents about. Hard to say on this. Actually, I'm going to look at... I mean, it doesn't look half bad in these time frames. You do have the VWAP going down the 4 hours, so I don't know if this is the best place. So, I mean, how we can map this out is like if we, that scenario, so it'd bring us back up to here, 40 cents. Maybe we come back up to all-time highs if we get a little bit of a bull spike in the next week or something before another correction. See what happens. BNB, why not be a BNB coin? XPRT. I could take a quick look at BNB. That's been kind of boring, guys. I mean, let's look at BNB. BNB coin. Yeah, that sounds right. It's psychological because it's such it's so expensively priced. It's a big market cap though, but it's just like that could act as support. Choppy, very sideways, indicative of sideways. Yeah, it's looking like everything else. It's just when you have like a conflicting VWAP where the VWAP's coming up and money's coming down, it usually just means sideways for a week or whatever. Confirmed blood diamond and daily, I mean, you can make the argument that that's played out. Just sideways, yeah. Maybe a curve up on 2 hour, 4 hour. Yeah, I looked at that. You get curvature. Maybe wait till another little, maybe you could go along with it. Maybe you got a good shot at coming up this level. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like most of the time when you get something like this happening, maybe you come up there, but then usually we just come back down. Usually, what was happening in April and May, that's what happened with Bitcoin. So yeah. Let's see. I want to take a look at Link. Super Drake. That sounds right what you said, but yeah, I don't know the specifics of like one person buying $1 billion, but Michael, XPRT. I've never even heard of that. Let me take a look. This has got to be such a small cap. How long has this been around? It's been around a decent amount of time. Interesting. VWAP coming up. Okay, it looks better than a lot of other things. I don't know anything about this though. That doesn't look half bad. That doesn't look half bad at all. This looks good actually. let me draw a fib level. Where can we look to take profits if we're long on this right now? If we own this. Well, obviously there would be a good $10, or yeah, 1090, good psychological area after that level. Doesn't look bad at all, really. Yeah, I don't have a problem with this. Oh, I can map it out in the 8 hour actually. This would be yeah, I experiment with a lot of different TA strategies. I mean, a lot of times I measure from the price here. So, you know, if we get another leg up like that in percentage points, probably the best way would be to do it in conjunction with the fibs. Okay, another 18%. So, where would another 18% take us to? I mean, you'd probably get some resistance there. 18%, 12. Yeah, I mean, maybe you get a good shot. It would come up to that area. Let's look at the lower time frames. Yeah, I mean, if we map this out, where would that take us? We get a repeat of that double hump. Next 2 days, we come up another 10%. Maybe. Rejecting though. We're rejecting off of that level, so that doesn't look too hot. I mean, you got to find a good entry point if you're. See what happens with this. See what happens with this in the hour. I'd be curious. Yeah, hard to say. Maybe we come here, then we come back up. Hard to say, but you got to lean a little bit more bullish on this based on how it looks. I don't know anything about the project though, but those are some decent levels to look at it for it. Let's go to the chat. Litecoin. Maybe I'll take a look at Litecoin. I don't trade breakouts, Kool-Aid. I just go by money flow and TA. I don't really go by breakouts too often. Luna I'd have to look at. I haven't looked at Luna. Francisco, why when Bitcoin drops or pumps everything else around it moves accordingly? I just don't get it. Example, last dump Bitcoin dropped almost 10K in 20 minutes and everything else dropped. Yeah, it's people are either, you know, leverage trading Bitcoin or you know, it's a lot of leverage trading Bitcoin, and on the exchanges everyone's leverage trading as well. So as those get wiped out, everything goes down. I think what happens a lot of times, and this is the reason why Coinbase goes down, why Binance goes down when we get these big drops a lot of times, and people they can't sell when they want to, even Robinhood. People see the price dropping on Bitcoin, they're like, let me get my altcoins out. You know what I mean? It's just, even just people buying on spot, everyone's just getting out at the same time. It's hard to get out unless you have stop losses ahead of time. Crypto, yeah. Am I into NFTs? Not really. I have a friend who's into them. He makes and loses lots of money with NFTs on OpenSea. I don't know what happened with them. I know he bought one with a koala, and it went up a lot. NFTs are interesting. I mean, I think there definitely is a future for them. Just determining which NFT to buy. I mean, the other question, I don't know enough about them, where it's like, can't someone just copy your damn NFT, but the code is the same, but can't someone make the same like JPEG or like multiply it? Like, I know I have one I got for free, but like, it's one of the ones like it was sent to like a bunch of people. So like, where's the value in that? Because it's the same thing. I don't know. Could they be copyrighted? I think they obviously could be copyrighted, but I got to learn more about NFTs. Do I ever use the DBSI? Sometimes, Mojo. I got to get more into that. I've been learning more about that. It's decent. It's like any other indicator. It could help you. What do I want to look at? So someone said Litecoin, Luna. I'll take a look at Litecoin. I guarantee you that looks like everything else. I'll get off in a second. Litecoin. Daily, yeah, like everything else. Litecoin just follows everything. I mean, let's see here. Yeah, nice rejection off of that fib level. It'll be interesting to see what happens with this, guys. I think we have a few, like we have a calm before. I mean, that's indicative of going down more. We'll see what happens with these money flow crossovers. I mean, there's a lot of conflicting info in the market right now on these different time frames, and what that means is usually you go sideways for a bit. Usually, and after a big move like this, I mean, these opportunities don't come around. You know, I mean, here it did, but these type of opportunities don't come around that so often. So I think, you know, we could have an area like this with Litecoin where we just stay boring for a long time. Maybe not that long, but I think. I mean, people usually always predict bearish or bullish. Sometimes I just predict sideways. I'm just like, guys, it looks very sideways. A lot of conflicting info. It's probably just going to be sideways. It's probably going to be a bear bull fight for a while. But yeah. It's bleeding. I mean, we'll see what happens with that. But Litecoin is bleeding. Ascending wedge, those usually break bearish. I think it'll probably get worse before it gets better, guys. That's what I will say. Doge I could take a look at. By the way, another yeah. Yeah. I second that ways. Looking into the camera when you were addressing because you were not. No, I'm looking at myself sometimes. But yeah, I should be looking in camera, I guess. Now I'm looking in camera. I gotta figure that out. Telos. I think. Yeah, it's similar to that Super Drake. Let's see. I'll look at Doge. I feel like. What else was I even saying? Oh, Link. I want to look at. I didn't look at Link because Link is a good price. Yeah, let's look at Link before we look at Doge. Forgot about Link. Yeah, like everything else. Yeah, we thought that would last longer, that curvature. I mean, that could be a top there for a bit. Wow, you see all of a sudden that we come down there. I mean, kind of rejected off of that fib level. Yeah, a lot of stuff seems the same. I think we're going to be sideways for the short term. I don't think anything crazy is going to happen. In the next few days, maybe just bearish sideways. I mean, it does. The sentiment on the market is more bearish right now. It just is. It just looks more bearish to me. You know what I mean? It just. Yeah. That's that. Not too much else to say. What up, bro? What do you think about Bitcoin 25 cool down in October? Like the vid, guys. I'm gonna stay on another couple minutes. I'm getting tired here, but yeah, there's a few different strategies I follow, Mod. Let's see here. What do I want? Telos? Yeah, Waze has been for. Let's look at Telos. This might be the last one, guys. I'm really getting tired here. It's getting dark. It's on KuCoin. This got to be a small cap. Yeah, some of these are interesting. They just didn't. They were pretty unfazed by the dump the other day. I mean, yeah, that was it, but it wasn't anything. I mean, it's bleeding out there. It's a newer one. I've heard of Telos. How could we look at this? Yeah, I would probably go here to here on the fib to see. I mean, if we repeat that, we would on the 10 hour. Yeah, VWAP coming down. I mean, I don't know if that's the most likely scenario. Let me see something with the fib, because I know what you want to see. You want to see where this could go up to. So if we go here to here, yeah, this would be a good. Let's see that percentage. Well, it wouldn't be. 14% would be a good goal for this. If we do continue, I don't know if we will. There's no money coming in really. I mean, you can make the argument money's coming in here on the 4 hour. They're coming down there, looks overheated. It is hard to say on a lot of these things, guys. I mean, curving downward, you'd have to lean bearish or sideways. I mean, there's just not, I just don't see the money coming in. You know what I mean? I mean, here you did, came out there. I mean, you don't want to take partial profits on this. The stop loss to entry point, I would say for this. Yeah, that's my 2 cents. I'll look at a question before you go, man. I assume on the, I'm probably gonna get off. I'm tired, but I assume on the 4 hour, we looking for a short? Are you waiting for view up to crossover, money flow pointing down or crossover? That's the last thing I'll talk about. Let's look at Bitcoin. I don't know what happened in Bitcoin in the last hour or whatever since I've been on, but let's look at the Bitcoin. So yeah, we rejected off of this very important level. Obviously bearish. Let's look at the 4 hour. I mean, that's coming down. What are we at? Well, we're still not that. I think I still might be in my long. I don't think I got stopped out yet. That would have been a good place in the 15-minute. I mean, as you see the VWAP coming down for my strategy, you look at lower time frames and you see other money flow crossovers. I mean, 45 minutes interesting. We could. I mean, the bullish case, we come up more for this, and then, yeah, I mean, let's draw the fib out. We are hitting a fib level right now. Hard to say. I don't know if I would be, and that's coming down. Are we anywhere else? Are we seeing, I mean, you probably could get a scalp short out of this. We are banging into that level. What's the level at? We're banging into that level. You probably could, not financial advice, obviously, but anything could happen. Sometimes I look at the 4 minute, actually, believe it or not. Yeah, money flow crossover there. Hard to say. It's so hard to say. I mean, I would not be entering a trade right now, but some people are probably trying to bet off of that fib level. Let's look at the hour, actually. Still in the red there. You're kind of, it's tough to say. I think we're just going to be sideways boring for a bit. Then we're either going to break up or down. It's probably going to be down. It looks like it's probably going to be down. See some other, we could do this fib level like this. From there to there. Oh, we rejected right off of it. What do you know before? That's a good level of support right there. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm working on that. It was pretty nice, but I feel like I need more context on entries. I'm working on some resources for you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna head out, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We got 150 likes. Maybe in the future I will do this earlier so more people are on, maybe midday more often. I'm in the dark now. That is crazy. But guys, if you like the video, please subscribe to the channel. That means a lot. I'm trying to really get up to 10K subscribers. So if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It means a lot. Check out my links below if you want to help support the channel. If you haven't gotten Market Cipher, we're doing a 15% discount. Discount code ALDO15. All right, guys, have a good one. Bye.